your fancy. You can have it any way you want. Your fancy. You can have anything you like. Your fancy. You can have it any way you want. Your fancy. You can have anything you like.
Hello, this is Pastor Rosemary, the Astrology Angel. I would like to have a little presentation of the tools that I've made in the past when I was a member of a Rosicrucian organization, and it was an organization that was based on the tradition of the Golden Dawn system of magic. And this was many years back, but it was a wonderful time when I really learned quite a lot, because I had started learning, magic in the past. And at first, I learned about the Wiccan, or that Wiccan, because Wicca means male witch and Wicca means female witch. I had learned that back in the very early 90s, and I had studied because it was trendy back then, and it was sort of a feminist thing to do. To understand the goddess and all of that, if we were brought up in just your sort of traditional faiths that only really spoke about a god. Although if you really study your faith, you'll find out there's usually a divine feminine as well as a male principle involved. If you really get into the esoteric part of any of the traditional faiths. So at one point, the people in my Wiccan group left because they were in the military, and they left, and I was traveling, and I was in a bookstore, and I opened a book, and there was some information about a high magic order, a Golden Dawn type order, tradition, and I joined that order, and it was a wonderful order, and I learned so much, and it was a lovely experience. I learned about alchemy and Kabbalah and the codes and the Torah and all these things. And I was instructed to make tools, which I have done. And again, these tools are rather, I've had them for a while. And one of them I'm refurbishing because it started to chip a little bit, so I'm in the process of refurbishing one of them. But anyway, I'm just going to show you my sort of Golden Dawn style tools. For the Archangel Michael in the south, we have he represents fire. He represents the hot, dry winds of the south. And those are the earth coordinates if you're using a pentagram and you're talking about the earth. We're not talking about celestial coordinates where you use a hexagram. We're talking about Earth, on the Earth coordinates. So the fire corner would be the watchtower of the south. Again, it's the Archangel Michael. And the Archangel Michael would be utilizing this type of a wand. It's a fire wand. You have you have in Hebrew all of the angelic names and the God names and all of that, and you have the elongated yud, and in the center of it is a copper wire, piece of copper wire to give it sort of a conductivity. So that's the fire wand. So as you go around so you start in the east, but I started with fire. As you go around, you get to the west, where the Archangel Gabriel resides over the cold, wet winds of the west. And it's a water sign, and a water angel. Archangel Gabriel rules over water. And whereas fire rules over the willpower, and the passion, and the ambition, the Archangel Gabriel of water rules over feeling and love and emotions, that kind of thing. And this is my chalice for water. And you'll notice that not only is it the God and angel names and my own motto, my sword EA on here for initials anyway. This is in blue and orange, which are the flashing colors, because they use flashing colors to make it come to life. A flashing color is something that you use when the two colors sort of, the eyes cannot focus on it simultaneously, therefore it looks as if it's moving, it makes it look alive. So that's what that's about. So again, for the wand, for fire, the yellow is really an accentuation. It's more like a gold, but it's the green. There's a green that gives it the green and red, which is the flashing color. Now, when you get up to the north, what you're going to have is the Earth Angel, the guardian angel of Earth, who is the Archangel Uriel, and he resides over the cold, dry winds of the north. And that's everything in physicality, manifestation, the body, that kind of thing. And pentacles are made, and this is my pentacle that I made. And you can either use a Star of David, a 6-pointed star, or you can use a 5-pointed star. I just chose a 5-pointed star because I had made one in my Wiccan group, so I just sort of went with that. Just whatever you feel comfortable with. So this star, you'll see we have the earth tones. We have citrine and olive and russet and black, and those are signifying when you go from those very brilliant flashing colors into these very earth tones. It's sort of the way the energy goes from the spiritual and the angelic realms into the substantial world that we talk about a lot, the world of Asaya and the Sephira of Malkut. So once again, you can see around I don't know if you can see it, it's kind of too bright, but there around the periphery are black letters which show the God names in Hebrew and the angel names, and again the person's motto and their chosen name, soror for sister or frater for brother, and they're usually Latin or Greek or Hebrew or something to that effect. Now, when you get to the east, where actually it really usually starts, this is my knife my air knife, my air dagger, and you see it's the colors of yellow and purple, and I have to redo some of the etchings on there and the painting because I have to redo it because it started to come off. So because of it's not wood, it's the materials are not wood like for the other tools. So because this is a real knife that I purchased, it's a double-edged, very sharp knife, but it has the yellow and the purple, which I kind of painted, and I'm going to repaint that one. I also have a rainbow wand, which I can show you at a later date. And so those are the tools that stand for the archangel. The Archangel Raphael would reside in the east. And again, that's the warm, moist winds of the east for Raphael, the air archangel. So you have the watchtower of the east, which is Raphael, warm, moist winds. The archangel of the south, which is the Archangel Michael, for the hot, dry winds. And then you have that's fire. You have air, fire, and you have water. You have the Archangel of the West, Gabriel, who resides over the water signs and the cold, wet winds of the west. And then it goes to north, and the north is the Archangel Uriel, who resides over the cold, dry winds of the north. And again, that's earth. And then you go around to complete your circle, and you get to Raphael. Then you go zenith, where you can call in. Usually they call in the Shekinah glory. We were taught in our order. Or you can, and then below. Not everybody does below, but I do. I also call in somebody below. and various people are going to use various things. Well, some people just use Jesus Christ, all around, above and below, and that's really, quite frankly, taught in the Catholic Church. If you read some of the more esoteric, or just in the Magnificat you can get from the Catholic Church, it gives you a daily mass. They talk about that sometimes. So you can just invoke Jesus Christ into all these areas, zenith, nadir, and to the east, to the north, and the south, and the west, and all of that. Or you can call in Shekinah glory and call in Christ to support you below, because we're sort of walking on the blood of Christ. They say in the neophyte order, where you sort of wear red shoes and you walk on the blood of that which was sacrificed for you. And it has a lot of Christian iconography and Judeo-Christian iconography. So I thank you for allowing me to share with you some of the enjoyment of calling the quarters and creating a sacred circle. This is Pastor Rosemary. Thank you.